Today we're checking out the brand new Taylor 417e with Rosewood. Ha! Hey guys, Chris here.
And my name is Guillaume. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome to Thomann's Guitars and Basses, and welcome to today's video, which is gonna put a final dot on the debate of whether or not wood matters more than shape. Because we like to open that can of worms, and this is what we're doing today because of this brand new Taylor 417e guitar, which now features rosewoods for the back and sides instead of Ovangkol, as was the case before. So obviously we're going to give that guitar some love. Chris is going to play it for you and your ears delight. And after that,
we'll see about that.
After that, the point is to compare it to other Taylor guitars that offer rosewood, like the same sort of wood choice, to see if how much of an impact that is going to have, and a guitar that is made out of different woods but based on the same Grand Pacific architecture, to see if that shape makes more of has more of an impact on the general tone.
So different wood to a certain extent.
Yeah.
On these two, but the same size, same model.
Yeah.
And this one is the 414, which has the exact same wood, but a different body shape.
Exactly.
Smaller cutaway, etc. So let's see what makes a bigger difference for acoustic guitars. Really.
We're in the nitty-gritty of stuff. I know we're talking to all 7 of you, and you just don't know which shape of like very fine and very beautifully made Taylor guitar you're looking for. This video is for you. All 5 of you now, after all that talking. Let's play that one a little bit first.
Yes.
Let's give it a listen. Sounds like a Taylor. No, it sounds like Chris on a Taylor.
I wasn't sure where I'm going there, and I arrived on G, because...
Always and forever. What are your impressions?
Fun fact. My left hand told me today, you shouldn't play guitar, Chris, because I don't feel it. And I agree with my left hand.
Come on.
No, you know, there are days when you're like, oh, it's not gonna work today.
Yeah.
But it works to a certain degree, at least.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because it's always shocking for me. Whenever I grab a Taylor, it's like I told this earlier before we started making the video. It's like a joke. How can something with 12s or 13s feel so easy to play? Like, it's ridiculous.
And that's always the same thing as with every time we film with Taylor guitars, we literally just order them from stock. No time to acclimate to whatever, tune them, done.
Yeah.
No setup.
And acoustic guitars are kind of sensitive to climate change, humidity change, like to a point where electric guitars would just, wouldn't bother, and most of them are gonna be fine. Acoustic tops move and necks, go in different directions. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's super easy to play, obviously, as always with Taylor. I'm kind of bored of saying it already to this point, but it's just such an impressive thing that you cannot not mention it. Other than that, it does sound, even though we'll see if that means anything, but it does sound to me like I would expect from a spruce rosewood guitar, which means that it has a very wide tone, really nice and rich low end, really sparkly top end, and not a crazy amount of mid-range. I mean, if you listen to like a full bar chord, which is something that contains all the frequencies a guitar could give you, and you'll probably see what I mean. There are tons of mids. It's not scooped. It's just a wide tone, a really clear tone. It's beautiful.
It's a very pretty guitar sound, and yeah, I'm not quite sure that I could just spot the tone wood quite yet. But yeah, it did to me the same impression as every other Grand Pacific
whether
I've
it's
ever
placebo
played.
or not, I don't think so. But let's say it is. Still, it's not a surprising tone. Like if I think of a guitar or the guitars with Rosewood, with Spruce that I ever played, this is the tone I'm expecting from them.
Okay.
And I get that. It's just the crazy dynamic range that I got used to with the Grand Pacifica, which is the big body shape and the clever bracing and everything that really amplifies that.
The projection, I was going to say, is a massive factor for me. Yeah.
And, so that mixed with the sweetness of the tone, that bigness of this wood selection is just a really cool thing. And as you mentioned at the beginning, you mentioned it, right? It was Ovangkol until now.
Yeah, I think I did mention it.
We talked about it. Maybe we mentioned it. If not, the 417 was with Ovangkol until now, and now it got a little R at the end, like 417e for electric, which is the pickup, and there's an R in there for Rosewood, which is really a traditional wood choice for Taylor. Really, like their top of the line ranges. Traditionally speaking, like the 800 series and everything, that's pretty much something that we got used to over the years, and it's nice to have that feature set on a 4 series Grand Pacific.
This is a 517. We wanted to make sure they both had pickups because that's where the sound is. By the way, we're not using them today. We're using regular mics because we're trying to show up differences within the construction and the wood, and obviously a piezo style pickup is not really going to
color that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, sure.
So we're using mics, we're using those Thomanns and 17 other mics over there. I think we can start the comparison between those two because they are exactly the same Grand Pacific shape. And it's only a difference in woods where you have spruce, mahogany.
Yeah,
on this
mahogany,
one.
and that's a torrefied spruce, which is the aged spruce, which is sort of dried in a way that it's supposed to sound out of the box like old guitars do. Yeah. Like it's been played for whatever, a few decades.
For comparison's sake, I think you should play something on that one and play the same thing on that one after.
Cool, and then you do the Rosewoods.
Nice.
Let's do it. Okay. Definitely, like much narrower sound to me, like much more present in the mids.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
It's a closed sound. Is weird to put it in words, but
yeah, no, I get it. To make it simpler for people like us out there, I think this is a lot, for some reason, even more Taylor than what I usually associate Taylor with, which is like very broad frequency response, very pretty, sparkly high end,
super clear sound.
But it feels like there is like when you strum that chord, you hear the bass, you hear the treble, and everything is just like kind of pretty. Yeah. But it's not necessarily the guitar you want if you really want to punch out of a mix. And I think the sort of traditional spruce, roasted spruce and mahogany and everything that's used in the 517 is probably going to be better at pushing the mid-range.
It's definitely a more traditional sound, this one.
Yeah.
It's less loud. I feel like the Rosewood just bounces volume in a different way. This is just a sweeter, more vintagey kind of tone. Yeah. Might be the top two, which is this aging or drying process, which of course again changes something. Yeah. Otherwise, they would not do it and spend all their money on that process if it didn't do anything. But it's the whole the whole unit is just a very different experience. This is sweeter, more traditional. To me, that's clear. If I do like really complex chords and dissonant stuff, and I think that would be the guitar that would reveal more of the details of chords. All right, let's check out what's up. Those are exactly the same wood choices, just the body shape that's different. The 4 size is more compact, and obviously the Grand Pacific is just a bigger size that's closer to Dreadnought. It's very much not a Dreadnought, but it's closer to that kind of experience.
All right, so same woods, worst playing. Let's go. It's still going, but I'm going to start talking.
Yeah. Let me just grab this one. Yeah. Those were the stars of this round. Okay, your impressions?
Less of a difference.
Yeah.
For some reason. I was honestly going to start this video by saying, this is pretty obvious that shape is going to make a bigger difference than woods. And little did I know. I think there was less of a difference, regardless of how the thickness, the cutaway, the everything that's gonna be different between this guitar and the 417. Maybe even just a little less than this one. Volume. In terms of projection and
fullness or something.
Yeah, exactly. I felt something slightly different, a little bit more. On the spankier side with this one. That being said, no, I generally, I don't know what to say. I really thought that this would make a bigger difference than the wood.
Yeah, I was expecting this to be at least as big of a difference, but honestly, I mean, this size, this is the Taylor size, right? So it's, 414 is like, come on, that's the guitar you'll see in most players' hands. And that's a well-tested and developed shape. It's just perfect in every sense of the word. I felt a little bit like a shift in the mid-range. This sounded a little more compact, maybe. But
compact is a cool way of saying
it.
Yeah. No, but I understand. I understand
maybe
what you
it's
mean,
just because I see the guitar and it looks more compact. Maybe it's
it could be
very, very similar. The EQ curve seemed to be pretty damn similar.
Yeah.
Which was not the case for these two.
That's really how I felt.
Which is the same size, just mahogany instead of rosewood, and crazy. I did not expect that. I am colored very surprised right now.
But in terms of being the player, obviously not that big of a difference. Same quality, same everything else. I think if that's the quintessential sort of Taylor sound for a lot of people because of the 414 popularity and just generally how good those guitars are, I think the Rosewood, the Grand Pacific 417 body shape will maybe give you even more of that.
They are really related. You can tell how close those are. These, I was gonna be.
No, that's the one. But
checking which is.
I think there's going to be a lot of personal preference in there as well. I do tend to prefer, even just playing wise, having a non-cutaway type guitar. So really? Maybe there's some of that sort of pushes me in one direction or another. But you guys heard the sounds with as much fidelity as we could. And you can make up your own mind, But I really dig it. I really like it.
I do not know which one I like most, honestly, out of these three. I think for this big shape, I kind of like the vintagey vibes of the mahogany, but the 413 is like forever gonna be one of my favorite Taylor models. And this is like the extended version of that. I felt like this is that, as you told, just a bit more, a bit more volume, a bit more dynamics, and a bit more low end because of just a bigger body shape.
I think that's just about right for me, to be honest. Unless you're going into like full Dave Matthews Band and having like an acoustic guitar with brass and drums and bass and electric and everything. Like if
you want all the frequencies to choose the ones that cut through.
Yeah. That's like I really dig that one.
Yeah,
and it's pretty.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It just reacts and doesn't choke out if you hit the strings very hard. It just becomes really presency, which is exactly what you need when you want to be loud and want to be heard.
This guitar did bad things to me and my potential finances. But you guys let us know. What did you think of that video? Did you think that it was, as far as comparisons go, obviously this is pretty stretched out, like the shape, all the woods, and what are the respective effects.
Everything matters to a certain degree, and it's up to you to decide which one you care about.
Which one did you prefer? Which one would you go for? Let us know in the comment section down below, and do the whole YouTube thing.
The subscription, and the ringing the bell thing, and all those things, in case you enjoy our videos. We'll meet you in the next one, probably like tomorrow.
Yeah,
or
it's
in
every
2
day.
days latest.
Don't miss out. It's every day. It goes so quick. You wouldn't want to miss out.
Don't get dizzy. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.